Hello YouTube, username unknown57. Today I want to take a look at my new toy. Now this is the Ruger Airhawk pellet rifle. It's sort of an impulse buy about a month ago when I happened to be in Wally World with some cash in my pocket, and I decided that this might be a beneficial tool and a whole lot of fun. Let's take a look at it. Here's the rifle itself. It's .177 caliber. Now don't let the name Ruger on the box fool you, because this gun is licensed under the Ruger name by a company called Umarix, and they're out of China. Forgive me if I mispronounced the name, Umarix. But they've licensed Ruger's name and logo on this pellet rifle. So it's not actually manufactured by Ruger. It comes with a 4-powered scope. Now this is not the scope that's pictured on the rifle. All the reviews I read on this particular rifle said that the scope rings on the provided scope are inadequate to hold the scope still on the gun. These are Springer air rifles, meaning it's just a one-cock system. You just break the barrel down. It breaks right here, and you just insert the pellet one at a time, single shot. Now the reason that scope a lot of people felt was inadequate is in the mounting system that came with the gun is because Springer air rifles kick both backwards and forward. In other words, they recoil backwards, rearwards, like a regular rifle would. But they also, because of the spring and piston, when it's fired, give a forward recoil as well. And this kind of makes it tough to keep the scope trued up and centered on the rifle. So I didn't really even waste my time with the provided scope. I went and bought a center point 3x9 bearable with illuminating crosshairs. You know, that might be overkill, but again, there's no use in having the scope on the rifle if it won't stay zeroed. The gun came with fiber optic sights. I've removed the rear sight. There's a picture of it there on the box. It's adjustable fiber optics. Also comes with a fiber optic front sight. Of course, I'm not using the sights. They're plastic, as well as the rear sight was plastic. They show up well in low light conditions, but I wanted to scope this gun. The rear sight stands up or protrudes up off the barrel pretty good, especially for the adjustment there. So I just removed that. All the reviews I've read on the gun state that it takes about 1,000 rounds to really get it everything seated in and really start getting good groups out of it. Probably fired close to 1,000 rounds through it since I've had it. I've had a lot of fun with it. One reason I chose to get a air rifle is that in my small neighborhood in the county I reside in, there's a law against discharging a firearm within 350 feet of a residence. So plinking in the backyard with my .22 is out. The range is several miles from my house. It costs money, you know, range time, ammunition. Say if I took my handgun or my rifle. So I wanted an alternative where I could at least get to practice my shooting skills here locally in at my house without having to go anywhere. The pellets are cheap. I've run several different pellets to this gun, several different styles. But the cheapest pellets you can get for around $3 at Wally World a carton. By the way, I paid about $108 plus tax at Wally World. I've seen them in other sporting goods stores. I won't name them, but they're always much higher in these stores. The same gun. In one store I went and checked just the other day was $169. So again at Wally World, $108. I'm not a gun expert. Again, I just felt like if I could get some sort of rifle with decent accuracy, then I would really be able to hone up my shooting skills for hunting season or in a survival situation. Again, I can fire it right out the back door here. Nobody probably even hears it. If they do, it's not a gunshot to call the local authorities, because they will give you a ticket for discharging a firearm within 350 feet of a residence. So I'd like to take this out now and fire it a couple times, and got a target set up here in the backyard. I'll be shooting off my deck. I'm just doing a standing rest. I'm just using this little sandbag rest, and I prop it up on top of my grill to get it up about the right height for me to shoot. Again, just something to allow me to keep my shooting skills honed and have a whole lot of fun in the process. Now this gun has an automatic safety. Weighs just a little over 8 pounds. It's got a nice wood finish, but it's not a gun you can bang around. It will show its character marks. So I have to be careful with that. I don't want to skin it up, because it is a nice looking rifle. Just to break it open, pull the barrel down, insert a pellet, now the gun's cocked, the automatic safety's on. I don't know if you can see that. Right there, it's the safety. It's pulled out. Pretty hefty gun. Again, weighs a little over 8 pounds. Got a nice feel to it. I guess the Achilles heel on this gun, as far as accuracy, is the trigger. It's a 2-stage trigger. It's adjustable as far as the second stage, or it's probably the first stage, how far back you pull the gun to engage the second stage. It's 3.5 pound pull, and that's pretty hefty trigger pull. And what I'm finding is when I squeeze the gun, I almost make it a 3-stage. I've shot it enough now where I can feel when it's about to go. So getting better with it. I'm still working on the zero in on the scope from the standing positions, how we've been zeroing it in on a rest. So we'll shoot at the target, which is 50 yards here. See how we do. I don't know if you can see the target from here. It's right at 50 yards. It's a plate. Got the limbs in the way there. There's a plate down there on the tree, approximately 50 yards away. And it is windy out here today, so excuse the wind noise. But let me try a shot or two here and see how we do. was a 50-yard shot. Again, I'm still working on the scope, but let's get down there. Let's walk down there and see how we did. So there's my shot from 50 yards. It's just a paper plate. I took a Gatorade bottle cap and drew a circle and then put a dot in the middle of the circle, and that's my bullseye. So fairly good accuracy for a gun in the $100 price range. So yes, plinking, taking small game, honing my shooting skills. I'm not dissatisfied with the purchase. I think this is a relevant tool and a whole hell of a lot of fun. See you later, guys. Thanks for watching. If you feel inclined, please subscribe.